situation right now in Pakistan is this. There's a clampdown on media. Journalists who support me, who have stood with me, are hounded. One left the country. Two were beaten up. One was put into jail. And then the most tragic thing that has happened, and of all the things it's affected, I'm still affected by it, because I've announced my protest march today. Just now I've announced it, that we will be doing a huge, and inshallah, in my belief, it will be the biggest ever protest in our history. A journalist of great integrities, one of the most respected investigative journalists, Arshad Sharif. He was constantly writing about this regime change and how this conspiracy took place, and he constantly wrote against it, and these crooks which have taken over, who, by the way, $5 billion of their corruption cases, they came into power, and through a legislation, person-specific legislation in assembly, they're removing themselves from these corruption cases. It's never happened before. So people who were writing against them were subjected to all sorts of victimization. But the most tragic one was Arshad Sharif. First, they threatened him. They went into his house and abused his family and threatened him. And this guy, one of the most courageous, bravest journalists I have ever met, I warned him. I found out that his life was under threat. I warned him. Then a second time when I warned him, we managed to get him out of Pakistan. We had a government in KP, so we managed to get him out of Pakistan to Dubai. There his visa was running out. So Pakistan government was wanting him back. So in order to get away from being facing certain death in Pakistan, he then went to Kenya, where he didn't need a visa. And day before yesterday, he was murdered, assassinated in Kenya. And that has really, it's a mixture of depression and hatred in this country right now. And hence I've announced my march. And the idea of this protest march is to show the government where the public stands right now. And as I say, I have been, last 6 months I've been on the road and campaigning. And I feel right now that the country is ripe for a soft revolution. I don't think that anyone who tries to get into the way of this change, there are two ways of changing. You can have a soft revolution through ballot box, or there's the other way, which causes destruction in a society. But I just believe that we are now on the brink. Either we are going to change peacefully, or I'm afraid it will lead to chaos in our country. So that's where we stand today.